Oh. What the hell? I thought this was a realistic samurai game. He's swinging across the. Sony can't help but to put every element of gameplay that they've already put in a game into all of their games. Why is a samurai swinging around like he's Spider-Man? Let's continue. Yeah, what the hell? This... Tomorrow, is my sound on, guys? Let me check the sound. Yeah, it's on. Yeah, Haru, I also noticed that it was coming to the PS4 as well. And they're overcharging for that as well. We're going to get into everything. I have to admit that this is single-handedly the biggest scam I've ever seen in a video game. Shout out to Brand Smith. Thank you so much for the donation, Brand. You keep the lights on. Single-handedly, this has to be one of the biggest scams I've ever seen in the video games ever. Never seen a bigger scam in my entire life. They're literally re-releasing a game. Hold on. Mario's back. Stopping through, brother. Thank you so much, brother. Mario's my dude. Brandon's my dude. Not because they're donators. Just I can just automatically tell they have good energy on them. Like I said, the biggest scam in gaming that I can ever recall. Ghost of Tsushima almost hurts a little bit that we are getting a game that is literally releasing less than a year ago. And they're re-releasing the game and repackaging the game and calling it the director's cut. And yet we still don't even know who the director is. I asked on my Twitter the other day, who is the director of Ghost of Tsushima? Kojima was able to come out and say that I wish that they wasn't calling my game a director's cut because I did everything that I wanted to do within that creation of the game. So to call it a director's cut is a little bit misleading. This is coming from Kojima himself. How's everybody doing today? You guys all right? You good? Good. We have a lot to talk about today when it pertains to the Ghost of Tsushima director's cut, and there's a lot of things that really, really freaking pissed me off. When I saw this right here this morning, I was so mad. I was so freaking mad. Not only is this the biggest scam in gaming coming from Sony, we literally have the gaming media coming out here and giving 9s and 10s. Nines and 10s. Never in my entire life have I ever seen anything like this before. The gaming media is in complete shambles right now. I have never seen such disrespect coming from game review sites in my entire life. 9s and freaking 10s. As long as I've been gaming, I've been playing video games for about 30 years now. I have been connected to video games for over 30 years now. And I've never seen such a disgrace within the gaming media that I am seeing today. Who the hell are these people reviewing these games? If they are under the age of 35, if they're in their 20s, if they're in their 18s to 19s, I don't want to hear nothing they got to say when it pertains to video games. Because 18 years ago, we saw the destruction that was the PlayStation 3. Games like Little Big Planet, Killzone was the standard of fun on the PlayStation. And now we got these same bitter, angry PlayStation 3 fanboys that are cluttering up the IGNs and GameStops right now, and they can't wait to give 9s and 10s to some of the worst games known to man. In that trailer, they were saying that this is the new director's cut. This is what you need to buy. This is the new hot director's cut. This is what you need. This is what it is. And the reason you need this and you need to buy this is because they wanted to tell you that they were attempting to reach 4K. We were attempting to reach 60 frames per second. on a PlayStation 4 game. They said that you need to play this new director's cut because you really need to get in your hands on that haptic feedback. When I was coming up, the gaming media used to attack Nintendo and the Xbox for gimmicks. I remember growing up in the last 10 years within YouTube and the gaming media penalized Nintendo and Microsoft because they were tired of the gimmicks. Why can't we just get a regular, normal controller? They penalized the Wiimote, but they congratulated the Move Mode. They penalize the Kinect. And yet rewards VR, Astrobot in VR, and now a controller with vibration functionalities. You need to get the new Ghost of Tsushima, and you need to pay the $70. If you already own Ghost of Tsushima, you got to make the upgrade to $10. No, what you need to do, right, is you need to go out and buy the $500 console. Some people who love PlayStation and whatever, love your PlayStation. I got nothing against that. Don't come to me complaining, though, about the PlayStation when I've given you video after video after video on how the PlayStation is an utter disgrace. PlayStation, Sony, and the gaming media. Some people are going out who love PlayStation are going out and buying them off the scalpers, buying them off of the bots. And Lord knows what type of prices that these people are paying. Some people are paying well with over $1,000. But still, you're buying the new console, you're making the jump to next generation, and Sony says we need to charge you $10 to use the haptic feedback, to use the gimmicks, to attempt to get 4K, to attempt to get 60 frames per second. Yeah, but Zilby, man, yo, we're paying that $10, man, because we want to get to Iki Island, man. Yeah. What? What? What the? Is anybody else confused on what the hell Iki Island is? Does anybody even care what the hell Iki Island is? If I was to walk up with somebody on the street right now, quickly, Iki Island, Ghost of Tsushima, these people would call the police on me automatically. Get this deranged weirdo out of my face. I have no idea what the hell he's talking about. But let me walk up on somebody and ask him, yo, oh my God, they just dropped the new DLC for Zelda Breath of the Wild, man. Now you can ride a bike around. Just a random person. What? We can ride bikes around? Yo, I gotta get to the crib. I gotta go, baby. Come on, you wanna come? You wanna come play? Yeah, sure, I'll come. Yeah. I wish Zelda Breath of the Wild added like some type of specialized island. All new stuff to do. But wait, there's more. $10 for the haptic feedback, $10 for to utilize the next gen functionalities within the PlayStation 5. You did your part by doing the upgrade by getting the PlayStation 5. Now you got to pay an extra $10, huh? You're okay with that? I doubt it. When I see the sales numbers, I doubt it. Iki Island, man. We got to pay for that Iki Island, dude. Dude, Iki Island, man. Iki Island. Iki. What? What? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Guys, look at this. Review goes to Symphony, the director's cut. The main story missions in Iki Island wrap up in about 6 hours. Says it right there. The main story in Iki Island wrap ups in around 6 hours. That's not even DLC. I know DLC that offers over hundreds of hours. The new Xenoblade Chronicles 2 side DLC, when you were able to play the prequel. That was well with over 100 hours. I know opening monologues in JRPGs that are longer than 20 hours. It took me 20 hours to get to the opening credits in Monster Hunter Stories 2. 20 hours. It takes 10 hours to get to the opening credits in Bravery Default 2. Six hours is nothing. What is that? Hold on. I saw something else that was even more disturbing than yeah. How long? How long is Ghost of Tsushima Iki Island expansion? Hey, dudes, we're paying the $10 for Iki Island, dude. Iki Island. Yo, I can't wait to get the Iki Island, man. I tell you, man. What are you talking about? Don't you hate when the Sony fanboys try to add a little bit extra flavor to some garbage? You know what I mean? And nothing drives me more insane when the Sony fanboy starts naming characters from their crappy games, right? Yo, yeah, because Jonathan was like, no, don't do that. But then William said it was okay. And you're like, who the hell is that? Oh, there's nothing more cringy than seeing the gathering of Sony losers on Grinder or on TikTok or whatever. What's this new app that they were on when they were bashing Game Pass? Clubhouse. They were on Clubhouse for hours bashing Game Pass. There's nothing more cringeworthy than seeing a Sony fanboy start talking. I don't even know the character's name of Ghost of Tsushima. I have no idea what the hell his name is. I call the character Ghost of Tsushima. That's what I think his name is. Yeah, Abdul. He was like, yo, that part. I was like, what? How long is Ghost of Tsushima Iki Island? According to GameSpot, the short answer is 3 hours. 3 hours? You're barely getting introduced to the main party and the new Tales of Arise within 3 hours. People are doing speed runs of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It takes 5 hours to beat that. And that's a speed run. $10 for Iki Island? Meanwhile, but you know what you can be doing with that $10, huh? You know what you can be doing with that $10? Check this out. Check this out. You could be spending $10 and you can get access to hundreds of games and games that last longer than 3 hours. Games that last over 1,000 hours, like in the Fallout series. Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind. $10 really goes a long way when you start to put the perspectives in order. Some of you are sitting around saying, man, $10, man, $10, man, $10 ain't nothing. But then I just saw you weirdos clamoring to go buy the Cyberpunk 2077 for $10. Best Buy had a sale for a day, giving away Cyberpunk 2077 for $10. The PlayStation fanboys ate it up. Three hours. 3 freaking hours. I'm telling you, this is the biggest scam in gaming ever. Ever. It's sad. It's sad to the lowest of levels that gaming goes just to make the PlayStation credible. If this was anybody else, believe me, if this was anybody else, they would have been destroyed. Oh, don't let this be EA. Don't let this be Ubisoft. Microsoft. Could you imagine if Microsoft offered 3 hours? Even if, even this, Microsoft will offer you all this for free because you chose to make the next gen jump. They just announced Microsoft is currently working on the anniversary edition of Skyrim, all free. And they're adding way more content than they're adding in the Ghost of Tsushima. And they're actually going to be pushing native 4K. They're not going to be attempting to do it. They're actually going to do it. Only on the Xbox Series X. Maybe the S as well, not PlayStation. The biggest scam in gaming. And look at this. And look at this garbage. And this is what you're doing. This is what you're paying your extra $10 for. This is why you need to pay $70. It's for this. Getting the gratifying feeling of pulling your bow back. These are features that have been put on controllers for years. But when PlayStation do it, oh, you got to pay that extra $10. When Nintendo, Microsoft, everybody else did it for free, for PlayStation, I'm going to pay that $10. Complete insanity. And complete insanity. This is a freaking ripoff. This is not a troll video. This is a ripoff. This is the saddest thing I've ever seen in my 30 years of playing video games. This is sad. 3 hours of content. Your controller's wiggling in your hand while you're pulling the fucking boat. I don't even want to curse. Oh, God, this is so disturbing. And look at this.
Thin pickings, right? in terms of improvements.
Yeah. So unfortunately, that's kind of where the big improvements end, and this is actually a little bit surprising to me because, fundamentally, all of the rendering features are the same. So things like LOD distance, for instance. If you look here in the distance, you'll see objects sort of pop in and grass sort of pop in at exactly the same point on both of them. Shadow quality remains the same. It's still the same resolution. You still, have the distance cut off that you saw in the original PS4 version. Effects, water. I mean, really, the only difference that I noticed, I guess, is the texture stuff, where in very select instances, I noticed slightly higher resolution textures, like the sword that I mentioned before. But even that is rather rare.
Right. Okay. Well, this does.
I can't even tell. Okay, and here's the catch. I was looking at the PS4 Pro side, and I thought that was the upgrade. You can't even tell. This guy's talking about you can tell the difference between swords. I can't even tell. I thought the PlayStation 4 Pro version was the PS5 version. This is the stupidest thing ever. This is so stupid. They're not even offering you resolution qualities. They're not even offering you an upgrade in graphics. When we're going to the PlayStation 5, they're offering you nothing. They're offering you something that they could have offered you for free. Didn't they offer the multiplayer for free? Hold on, let me go to the chat room and my guys, my people who like Ghost of Tsushima. Did they offer the Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer for free? I know somebody who bought it for $80, who's not even a game. Well, yeah, well, the PlayStation games are not made for gamers. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for being the Sony fan that wants to see PlayStation be better. We have to be real if I want better. Exactly. We haven't gotten better on the PlayStation. We have not gotten better. This is worse. I would have to say that this really tips the taint. This has to be the worst. And I can go back and I can really show you some bad things with PlayStation when it pertains to scamming the people, like $50 for 8 megabytes memory cards. I could go back to the PlayStation multi-tab that was $80 to play 4-player games. Now this is the worst, I bet. I mean, there's literally no improvements whatsoever. Punishment 7. Thank you so much for the donation, brother. Microsoft has the original creator of Resident Evil, Mikami from the Tango Gameworks. Has he blown his load? Has he blown his load? I don't know. What is that? Evil Within? Was that any good? I haven't played it. Nobody was able to answer me. Was the Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer free? Was it free? I remember there was some type of added-on multiplayer that came on later. It was complete garbage. It brought nobody back to the game to bring life within the game. Nobody knows. Yes, it was free. Thank you. Thank you so much. I remember that being free. I remember it was, hey, a random patch free update to play with some garbage characters. Who cares either way? I care. Because how do you give the multiplayer away for free, but you couldn't give 3 hours of content away for people that made the upgrade to the PlayStation 5? Why are you charging them an extra $10? Sony stays jerking them. Wow. The biggest scam for a game that is a complete and utter joke. It's nothing more than just another copy and paste template of something Ubisoft already did with the Assassin's Creed games, sprinkling a little bit of Batman Arkham Asylum, and then give it a Japanese setting. And a game that didn't even freaking sell. Look at this. Look at this. As you can see, no resolution updates, no nothing. No nothing. There's nothing to be excited for. It's all a lie. Check this out. I want you guys to see something real quick. America, God bless you if it's good to you. 6.5 million copies. This is the game that was voted by Jeff Keighley in the Video Game Awards of being the, what was the category called? It was some type of new category I've never even seen before. Player's Choice. That year was single-handedly dominated and destroyed by Animal Crossing, Fall Guys, and Among Us. However you feel about the games is however you feel. If you don't like them, if you do like them, that's not the point here. The point is, those games were accepted by the masses. Those were accepted by the players, not the gaming media. And Jeff Keighley and all of them said that this was the player's choice, and only 6.5 million people played it. Meanwhile, on the Nintendo Switch, Animal Crossing has well with over 45 million. I'm pretty sure the Among Us and the Fall Guys users base was even more higher than that. And this game that came out literally 3 weeks before the award show, this was the player's choice. This is what we voted for, guys. 6.5 million units, and you have a user base of over 150 million units with the PlayStation 4. Over 150 million. Not only that, you got to add the PlayStation 5 as well. They have 10 million. You can currently buy Ghost of Tsushima. Well, we'll get into that. You could buy Ghost of Tsushima for the PlayStation 5. And only 6.5 million copies in a year. And this is peak PlayStation. This is right when the shutdowns happen. This is when the failure of The Last of Us 2, that was supposed to be the greatest game of the generation, was a complete flop. I think it sold less than this. Everybody had dropped The Last of Us and they went to Ghost of Tsushima. They said, well, The Last of Us is not going to be good, but the Ghost of Tsushima is, man. That's where we're going. And only 6.5 million people showed up. And Lord knows allegedly how many how many games PlayStation bought. Remember that. 150 million. Remember that. Fastest selling console of all time until the PlayStation 5 came out. Remember that. Now look at this. America. God bless you if it's good to you. America, please take. Hold on. I just saw a donation. Hold on, guys. Hold on, dudes. Let me get to the chat room and acknowledge that donator. Is that my dude? Is that my dude? Is that my dude? Oh, that was my other dude, but this is my dude too. Kagan 360. Zobi the GOAT. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. The chat room laughing. Yeah. But check this out, guys. Check this out. Slides to go. Check this, guys, out. I went to the Wii U sales. I just went. I was just curious about how much did the Wii U sell. And the Wii U sold 13.56 million. I still believe that this console sold like it was a peripheral. I don't think people knew that this was a console. And I'm not trying to take any of the blame away from Nintendo. Nintendo should have did a better job at basically explaining that this is a brand new console. I don't think a lot of people knew it. And as we can see today, it's not because the Wii U didn't have cross game chat. It's not because it didn't have a trophy system. It's not because it didn't have Call of Duty. As we can see today, that none of that was true. And we can see with the Nintendo Switch, it's actually overselling what people initially thought it was going to do. A lot of people thought the Nintendo Switch was going to be a complete flop. I don't know why they thought that. Hindsight 2020, everybody can say that they knew, but if there was one person and one person alone. But the Wii U only did 13.56 million. This was a console that basically started the whole tablet. Or, you know what I mean? Not handheld gaming, but it was some type of tablet. It was a gimmick. And the gaming media was also attacking Nintendo and the Wii for having a Wii, having a tablet as their gimmick. They were tired of the gimmicks. They were tired of the DS and the stylus stick and the multiple screens. They were tired of the Wii U's gimmicky controller. But when the PlayStation does it, it's groundbreaking. And they don't even do anything. All it does is vibrate in your hand. It's stupid. I've been playing games for over 30 years, and I've never been impressed by vibration functionalities. Never. The only time I was impressed was when I was playing Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid, and Psycho Mantis said, "Put your controller on the floor." And he was like, he was making the controller vibrate. And then the only way to beat Psycho Mantis, this was actually the part that blew my mind, was that I had to put the controller into the second player slot in order to beat him. I don't even know how the hell I figured that out, because we didn't have Google and stuff like that back then. Maybe the game gave me a hint, but I thought that was so lit that I had to put the controller into the second player slot in order to beat Psycho Mantis, because he was reading my attacks when I was playing on the first player. That was so lit. That was so dope. But look, 13.56 million. I want you guys to see that right there. Ghost of Tsushima at the peak of PlayStation, only 6.5 million. Check this out. America. God bless you if it's good to ya. America, please take my hand. Where you at? Where you at? Here it is. Gotcha. Check this out, guys. Even with the Wii U only doing 13 million, Mario Kart 8 is sitting at 8.45 million. Super Mario 3D World sitting at 5 million, 5.8 million. New Super Mario Bros. 5 million. Super Mario Bros. Wii U 5 million. Nintendo Land 5 million. Splatoon 5 million. Super Mario Maker 4 million. These numbers are easily doing better within the PlayStation 4. Something's not adding up. All right, let me get back to my notes. I just wanted you guys to see that because, you know, they're trying to make it seem like, yo, you guys got to get the hit game of 2020. You got to get the hit game of 2020. This hit game didn't even sell. Psychonauts 2 will overshadow that $70 movie. Wow. I'm glad you called it a movie because I got my notes. You're paying attention. Shout out to J-Rock. A lot of these notes are for the Xtendo podcast this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. The topic will be Game Pass has failed gaming developers. Game Pass has failed gaming developers. It's time to get at Microsoft this Saturday. Listen, I'm not a fan. The only person I am a fan of is the Most High. That's it. Everything else is useless to me. So if I get at Microsoft, I get at Sony and Nintendo, listen, that's you. That's your fault that you're an idol worshiper. That ain't my fault. I don't idolize toys. I play toys. That's it. I play toys and I move on. That's it. I treat my toys like I treat my women. So it ain't my fault that you're an idol worshiper. No, it's not. The Most High has told all of us, hey, don't worship nobody. Don't worship nobody. So this Saturday, the Xtendo podcast, we're going to come at Microsoft. Or are we? You got to watch to find out. So please don't look at my notes for look at this. I mean, absolutely nothing different whatsoever when it pertains to texture. The PS5, PS4 looks exactly the same. If not, the PS4 looks better. I thought this game looked good. This is a crappy looking game. I'm telling you, man, graphics get old. Graphics get old. I don't play video games for graphics. Nah, I don't. I'll take a free texture update pack, whatever. I'll take the OLED screen with enhancing the colors. I'll take that, but I don't buy a game because I think it looks graphically amazing. That's just, in my opinion, that's not a gamer. Why don't you guys go watch some movies or something? Why don't you guys go walk down the damn street? Why don't you go outside and look at the birds? And I know outside is terrible. All these kinetic trails they spray in the air. I don't blame you. 10 hours, 3 hours. Look at this. I like Time Warren a lot. So I'm not going to attack him personally. I'm just going to attack the idea. Ghost of Tsushima, purring cats are a great example of the PS5 DualSense controller. The biggest scam in gaming. This is the biggest scam in gaming. And I can't believe that PlayStation and the gaming media is now getting behind gimmicks. When Nintendo tried to do it, everybody bashed them. When Microsoft tried to do it, everybody bashed them. When PlayStation does it in 2021, all of a sudden, it's the most greatest experience in the world. I'm telling you, the greatest controller that I played today, I'm not even a controller guy. I used to play Street Fighter Alpha on the PSP with those crazy, with that crazy, what you call that? Thumbstick. That thumbstick was crazy in the broken thumb pad, whatever those things are, button pad. I give a damn about the controller. But the only controller I was ever impressed in was the Dreamcast controller, because the Dreamcast controller was a memory card. You can buy the memory card, take the memory card, and then you can use the memory card as some type of, you can start gaming on the go with the memory card. I used to play Sonic Adventures. I used to take my little Choco Man and put him inside the memory card, and I would raise him like a chia pet and then port him back to the game. That was the only time I thought the controller was lit, was the Dreamcast controller. And not only that, the Dreamcast controller was the best controller for playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. To this day, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 never felt so freaking smooth like the way I was playing it on the Dreamcast. I'm going to take you for a ride. Look at this. 9s and 10s, 9s and 10s, 9s and 10s. Press start. 9. PlayStation Lifestyle. 9. Destructor. 9. Hardcore Gamer. 9. The Gamer. 9. BGC. Not GameSpot and IGN. They decided to pull back with a couple of 8s. But still, 8s is a disgrace. I understand to the mind of the modern day gamer, when they see an 8, they think that's not very good. But when I grew up for 30 years in gaming and with the gaming media, I used to love the gaming media growing up, man. That was one of my favorite things to do, was to get that magazine and read through it and see the reviews. And the reviews were so freaking accurate. Even Adam Sessler, I would disagree with him on video games on his platform, but I respected him because he was objective enough to point out the flaws, even though I might have enjoyed the game differently. But the flaws were still there that he pointed out. Nowadays, you can't even find flaws. It's like wrong to even point out the flaws nowadays within these reviews. My God, this would never go down 10 years ago, 15 years ago. This would never go down 20 years ago. Never. Don't look at my notes. Don't look at my notes. It's garbage. Yeah, and it's impossible to. I hope Sony simplifies the PlayStation game save soon. They should just be automatic and not require anyone to worry about console versions or transfers. You got to go through this whole rigmarole. PlayStation is taking you on a doozy just to get access to your save file. I'm sorry. That was so funny to me. I'm sorry. I'm serious. People gonna think I'm trolling because I'm laughing, but I just thought that was funny. To transfer a PS4 save data, you got to go into the Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut PS5. This is insane. The PS5 storage, transfer to PS4. This is insane. This is crazy. Just to get access to your save file. Holy. Meanwhile, on the Xbox, you just turn it on, and it's there. Oh my God. I mean, conveniency. This is what we buy consoles for, is for the conveniency of it all. It's easier for me to transfer my save data from my DS to the 3DS than doing this. It's easier to transplant my brain into some type of robot and start walking around like I'm the Terminator. This is too much. I'm sorry, I can't. It's too much. Too much. Don't look at my notes. Don't look at my notes. Yeah. Here, look. Does anybody even know who the director is for Ghost of Tsushima? Nobody knows. Even the PlayStation fans came in my chat room and they didn't even know. If you mean the company, that would be Sucker Punch, Infamous / Sly Cooper. Did I ask about the damn company? Look. Does anybody even know who the director is for Ghost of Tsushima? See, everybody thinks they're smarter than me. I know what stupid games they made. I got that. I get it. I'm cool. I get what this stupid company has done. I'm not talking about the damn company. I am talking about, if you mean the company, that would be Sucker Punch. I got that. I understand that. What are you trying to say? Sucker Punch has a seal of approval because of Infamous and Sly Cooper? They didn't even make a. I could see if they were making a game that was able to resemble Infamous and Sly Cooper, but they didn't. Sony grabbed them and said, "Hey, we got a list here. It was a bunch of suits with Sony. Jim Ryan, a guy that doesn't even play video games, and said, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a game that we think is going to make money." That's all. They didn't care about the artistry of making a game. They just care about a game that's going to make money. And they're still not making money. Why does everybody think I'm stupid? Like I don't know. That's not the question I asked. Who is the director? Because on the front cover, it says director's cut. And especially in the era and the generation of idol worship, where we worship people like Kojima, we worship other creators who create other games. The PlayStation fanboys were worshiping the creator of Abandoned. I never even seen that guy before. Who is the director of the Ghost of Tsushima director's cut? Who is he? Please don't look at my notes. Oh, I got something. The fans, right? Oh, here comes the PlayStation fans. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I'm so excited. Listen, I got nothing against the brother Broken Games. I get it. He loves PlayStation. Over the week, J-Rock was able to expose some of his tweets. I'm just pointing out the facts. But I really have nothing against the brother. Let me not call him brother because I believe he's from the islands. I don't have nothing against this man right here. I know I did a video in the past coming at him because I didn't like that we were all coming after The Last of Us 2 because PlayStation was pulling a fast one on us, as they always do. And he was coming out there in the forefront trying to promote The Last of Us 2. And I said, no, we need to stand together as gamers. And we need to take The Last of Us 2 down so that we will never, ever see anything like this ever again. Sony didn't learn their lesson. So we're going to have to do it again. I said it last gen and I said it this gen and I'll say it next gen. I don't buy consoles to play old games. I do. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is coming out August 20 with native PS5 support and features an Iki Island expansion with new story enemies. Yes, sir. The narratives change when it's PlayStation, right? Well, he has a point. I mean, you know, there's PS5 support, there's new features and better graphics and resolution. Well, the same thing could be said for Xbox, where they take Xbox One games and make them 4K, 120 frames per second. These are Xbox original games. What makes this worse is that this is only 3 hours long. Iki Island, 3 hours long. That's a joke. The reasons why, I was going to talk about this later, but I just want to talk, that 3 hours just really freaking bothers me. I'll talk about it later. I think that might be all of my notes. Ghost of Tsushima quietly delisted on PS4 or PSN, excuse me, before Director Cut's launch. We know Jin is sneaky, but we didn't realize he could slip completely off PSN. So if anybody wanted to buy the older version or the non-director's cut, you can't even buy it off at the PSN. PlayStation is going to force you to buy the director's cut. You have to pay this is the biggest ripoff ever. You got to pay $60 for this garbage. Completely snatch it off PSN. And this person right here. Yeah. 2 days ago, PlayStation fanboys were bragging about options with the SSD expansion as rewards. Sony takes away another option from them. Yeah. The option for me to buy, if I just want to buy the original version for $29.99, $19.99, $9.99, PlayStation is currently having another freaking sale right now. There's $9.99 games galore. I'm like, oh God. And some of these games were given Game of the Year awards. Now, it would not be a warning. Do not buy a PlayStation video if I didn't go to the reviewers. And that's what we're going to do right now. How's everybody doing? Is everybody okay? Is everybody okay? BG blocked me for liking J-Rock's tweet. Who cares? Who freaking cares? I get blocked on a daily basis, and I don't even care. Jack Steele, what's going on, buddy? Let him block. Let him block. Who cares? We are living in the era of idol worshiping. People talking about, who cares, man? Why are you doing this video? Who cares? And I'm coming after the crookedness and the evilness of PlayStation. And yet people are more worried about personalities blocking him on Twitter. Let them block you. Who cares? I get excited when somebody tries to do something to me because I know it's going to come back tenfold. Even something as small as blocking. It's just a matter of time. I'll be like, there it is right there. Bow, got him. All right, let me find my favorite gaming show. And then I can let you guys go get back to your games. That'll be longer than 3 hours. I know that. I know whatever it is you're playing right now is longer than 3 hours. And it ain't cost you $70 either. Oh, we're back, huh? Kind of funny games. The best website known to gaming. I don't like Greg Miller. I have to keep it real. I don't. In my opinion, he was the one to usher. I'm not saying there wasn't fanboying in gaming because there was. There was the PS3 versus the Xbox. It goes back to El Presidor. This is on YouTube for modern day. El Presidor and all of them. But at least I know El Presidor was trolling, having a good time. It was entertaining. It was fun. And the people he was trolling at the time, they took it real seriously. And there's no better battle than to go up against somebody where you're playing around and they're so serious. It's like it reminds me. It's one of my favorite cartoons is like Bugs Bunny versus Elmer Fudd. You know what I mean? But this guy's trolling too, but he's trolling with an agenda. He's trolling and he's really making things worse for gamers. I saw him and Colin Moriarty and the IGN staff come in, and literally the review scores that we have today is all because of them. This over reviewing of mediocre Sony exclusives is all because of them. They are the ones that did this. They are the ones that started the console war within gaming media. I've never seen a console war. I always saw completely objective. But these guys came in and brought the console war to gaming media. Okay, El Presidor is a YouTube channel. These guys had the responsibility of being gaming media. They literally had their own PlayStation podcast on IGN. I got to find some of those old videos, man, where these guys were doing some of the most egregious acts known to man. It was embarrassing the things I saw these guys do when it pertains to gaming and how they really tried so hard to save that PlayStation 3. And it was nothing worth saving. It was garbage. They were giving 10s to Mod Nation Racers and Little Big Planet and Uncharted 3. It was crazy. And now it's funny to see Greg Miller, ever since he started participating with the Biden administration, all of a sudden he wants to tell everybody that fanboys need to grow up. They got this new campaign right now with the Victim Squad. Paris, the young lady with the blonde hair from Australia, Greg Miller. Something spooky and weird is going on behind the scenes, and they're really trying to make it seem like we're the ones who are the fanboys. When I watch these dudes start it, Greg Miller can't help but be a fanboy. It's just, he can't help it. Look, watch this. I was going to save this for another day, but I'll use it now. Look at this. Go back to my book, my notes. Listen, I got the cannon locked and loaded on these guys, man. So if they ever try to tell me anything, tell us gamers we need to grow up. Where was that clip at that I can't find that clip, man? Took them all. We need to, you guys, and then it's not all of you guys, but you guys, for those of you just not saying anything, you got to step up too. Yeah. This guy can't help but be a goddamn fanboy, man. Look at this. Look at this. Listen, I don't care what you do. And I'm not telling you what to do. But I'm just noticing some red flags. If you are age 12, if you are age 12 or older and haven't received you can text your zip code to 43829 to find a free near you. In many locations, no appointment is needed, and you can even get a free ride there and back with Lyft or Uber. And then he has this meme of him screaming in the mic saying no excuses. Listen, I don't care what you do. If you want to go out there and you want to do your thing, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Whatever. This is America. Whatever. If they want to force people to do it, I'm behind that too. Go ahead. If you want to force people, go ahead. Go get it. But I just find it a little concerning that he's telling 12-year-olds. Do you know how young 12 is? Not only that, do you know how impressionable 12 is? Maybe Greg Miller does have fans. I never saw anybody bring up Greg Miller in a conversation ever. Maybe he does have fans that are 12 years old. And remember when you were 12? Remember you wanted to be accepted at 12? I remember I wanted to, I told my mom I need to get the new fly gear because all the kids at school, they're clowning me. I'm wearing, you know what I mean? So my mom said, okay, let's go get the new gear. We ran down to used to be the store in the mall called Against All Odds. And they had all the fly, jiggy black people attire. You know what I'm saying? And I went and I bought that. I bought the Averex jacket. I bought the stupid Nikes. I bought that. I bought this. And, by putting on those clothes, the people at my school, they accepted me because I was looking more like Puff Daddy. So when you're 12, yes, you want to be. If I was doing that today, then you can clown me. Oh, Zobi, you trying to fit in, man? No, I don't try to fit in with nobody. But I remember at 12, that's what I wanted because I wanted to fit in. And a little 12-year-old who's watching Greg Miller tell him to go dial this number and get picked up by some random Uber and run down and go get this random thing. He didn't say get a parent or a guardian. This little kid goes, gets that, whatever, because of the influence of Greg Miller. Comes back to Greg Miller, comes back to Twitter, tells Greg Miller, I did it. I went down and got my thing. And Greg Miller doesn't even respond to him. But what is the point of all this? Look. He even does it again. Look at this. Shout out to everyone who didn't take seriously. So I get to experience my baby's final ultrasound via FaceTime from the parking lot. Are safe, effective, and life-saving. Text your zip code at 4 blank. This guy can't help to be a fanboy. This is what I'm trying to tell you. His patterns is always being a fanboy. I get it. I can't see my son. I get it. I get that. You're just so inconsiderate, man. I get it. Okay, I'm a bad guy. But listen, what is this going to do? What is this going to do? When you put something like this on your social media, what does this do? Is it really going to get people to do things that they really don't want to do because you couldn't get to see your baby's ultrasound? In my opinion, and I don't want to get too dark, but in my personal opinion, roaches have babies. This is what we're supposed to do, is have babies. Whatever, baby's a baby, whatever. It's a beautiful thing, but listen, I'm not going to be sitting here this doesn't do nothing. All this does, if you look at the comment section, all this does is create a fanboy and a fight between the and to those who are. That's all it does. People who actually skip out on free are selfish a-holes. I'm sorry, brother. Yeah. And then he's got all these comments of people attacking him. I hear you. I'm 100% pro, but I'm not sure the numbers of is the reason your self can't be with your wife at the time. And then this comes, yes, it is. If everyone got, and everything would be normal by now. That's all it is. He just created a fanboy war within the comment section. Now, it doesn't have anything to do with video games, but right now, the agenda is let's create a distraction or a fight between those who are and those who aren't. And the ones who are, they're good. They're democratic. And the ones who aren't, they're bad. And they're supporters of our last president. The guy can't help but be a fanboy. Everything he does on Twitter is a fanboy. And then he wants to look down on us. So yes, I have a personal gripe with this guy. And listen, I've never met this man a day in my life. And I'm pretty sure if we met each other, he would be cordial. He would be respectful. But I am telling you, my senses, my little spidey senses, not the spidey senses from that stupid PlayStation game, the organic spidey senses have never steered me in the wrong way. Whenever I was able to point out that this person was a good person, I was always right. With that being said,
sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Without a healthy mind, being happy is hard. Visit BetterHelp.com/kindafunny and see if online therapy is for you.
Oh, God, it's therapy hustle now. Now they got this big therapy hustle going on. Started with these athletes. Now it's transferring over to gaming. Ain't nobody give a damn about those black people who were slaves. Ain't nobody give a damn about their mental place. Now I got in 2021, I have to sit here and I got to care about little Timmy's mind state. While he has all the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 5, he has access to all types of internet websites. And Zuby, I have a mental problem. Hey, I don't. You need to work that out. What you need to do is you got to go out there and get dirty. I remember the cats who were a little bit off. The best thing for them to do was to go outside and play some basketball, some football, get hit. Bow! take up some wrestling. These people's mental state is all jacked up because of them. Every day they want to tell you that this person is evil, that person is evil, this is wrong, every day I turn on the news, it's just bad stuff. And it's nothing for these kids to watch. At least when they did it back in the day, us kids, we had the action figures, the cartoons, TGIF, Saturday morning cartoons, Nickelodeon. You can't even go to Nickelodeon without them pushing the agenda. You're the ones that are creating this terrible mental space for these kids. Then when they come to your gaming website, you're lying about games. They're running out and buying games, and then they're getting back, and the games are terrible. Of course their mental state is all jacked up. And I hate this opening theme song, like they're trying to cater to gamers. Look at it. What the hell is this? We're gamers.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Kind of Funny Games Cast. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the future class of video games, Blessing Adeoye Jr.
Greg, I really admire the LED lights you got in the background.
Oh, thank you. You know, yeah. Just like we're always talking about.
What?
I even sent Tim Geddes a little slack there. Of course, Tim Geddes, your
what
usual
host. What is wrong with that
dude?
Man?
Both eyes by a snake.
Not again.
Again, I'm sorry, Barry. The snake is out to get all kind of funny.
PSA by one Matt Batson?
You know what? There's a great PSA from Matt Batson on Twitter. You can go see about this. But yes, Tim has been bitten in the eyes by snakes. And what's really screwed up is that he was with Andy. And Andy went over to help him. Andy bit in the
Let's get to the review.
It's, there's one snake out there that just hates us. Ghost of Tsushima. I've been trying to beat it out of myself. Tsushima, not Tsushima. Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. That's right. We have it. Game provided by PlayStation. Of course, PlayStation sent us copies.
So Sony's always sending these copies to these guys. No wonder the games are 9s and 10s. The best way for us to get 9s to get free stuff from Sony, you got to give 9s and 10s. And I guarantee you got 4 people sitting here. I didn't even see this video yet, but you got 4 people sitting here. 4 people. And you mean to tell me that all 4 of them all think the same about this scam? Meanwhile, the gaming community thinks completely opposite, besides the Sony fanboys. Everybody else is going, oh my God, this sounds terrible. Four weirdos sitting in one circle, and they're going to be jerking each other's off, and not one person is going to be able to go, you know what, I didn't like it, man. I really don't appreciate the $10 price. I guarantee you not one person is going to do that. This is a joke. The human mind is way more technical than what. If I did a circle of 4 people, we were talking about Zelda Breath of the Wild, I'm pretty sure somebody's going to say, you know what, I really didn't like it, man. This is weird that we're living in the generation where we got a room full of people and everybody's all thinking the same. I wonder why.
For review. For this very purpose. So let's talk about Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut for the review. Of course, the original game came out on your PlayStation 4 July 17th, 2020. It has a Metacritic right now of 83, which I believe is criminally underrated and outrageous, but we don't have to worry about that thing. Everybody gets a second chance to atone for their mistakes.
It's Metacritic. Metacritic is not a review site. It takes every review and combines them all together. And an 8, listen, he just told on himself. Because 8 is good. But these are the guys that came in and over-reviewed. 8 is not bad. I don't even think Ghost of Tsushima, the original version, deserves an 8. These are the guys that came in, and we've never seen more 10s than the Greg Miller generation of reviews. Especially for Sony exclusives. Sony exclusives never got 10s.
With the Director's Cut dropping this Friday, the 20th. Let's go around the horn. Blessing, how much of Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut have you played?
I've played enough to have completed the mainline story in the DLC.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Where the hell? Hold on. Let me say that one more time. Where the hell did Greg Miller find this black guy? Who is this black guy? I'm sorry. I got to jump out of the window. Who is this dude, man? And where did he find him? I have been on YouTube for years, and I've seen some of the coolest black people known to man. And he chose this guy. And I'm not even sure if this is even a black guy. Where is this guy from? Is he from the islands? Even Zoe 70 is a nerd, and I have some sense of swag to me. This guy has no swag. This guy looks worse than Stephen Urkel. Where the hell did Greg Miller find this non-threatening Negro from? Where? I'm not even sure if that's a black guy. That might be a brain swap. Listen to the way he talks. Look.
And maybe probably like an hour past that as well. Like I've explored around, played some proper Tsushima.
What kind of black people talk like that, man? Hey, man. What? See, this is the thing. When Caucasian people do things, they don't understand how extremely racist they are, especially when it pertains to the liberal Caucasian. Get Out was such a great demonstration and breakdown. And a lot of people just watched it as a comedy. I watched it as a fact. These Caucasians will sit here and they will talk to you and say, I would have voted for Obama 3 times if I had to. The liberal Caucasian is the worst. They're the worst. Even when they try to put their hands out to help, it's like, whoa, that makes it worse. How do you hire the most non-threatening black person? I've never seen him. I've never seen a black person look like that before. I've never seen a black person talk like that before. Is he from the islands? Is anybody? Let me go to the chat room. Chat room. Too many Urkels in your team. That's why your wins low. Yeah. Get Out was a documentary. Yeah. He's definitely not native black from the the Most High's children. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. He might be some type of android. Listen, I'm not trying to attack a person of color, but now, this is what concerns me. Now, Greg Miller went on this whole spiel about going out and doing the thing, right? Sorry if I can't say certain words because that algae rhythm is real. Watch Space Jam. They break down the whole algae rhythm. But I wonder if he forced this guy right here to go get the thing. I'm pretty sure the guy was willing and able to go take it. I wonder if he forced his staff to do that. You know, he asked the black staff first, just to be on some stupid show while he's sitting in his room. He's not even making contact with Greg Miller. He's got to sit in a room. I don't even think they made contact yet. Picked up at a convention. Yeah. I don't think that's a black guy. Because I know black people, even black nerds have swag. I even look at you guys and you guys have swag. The swag was always off. Do I have anything against my island people? No, my best friend is Jamaican. I've dated a lot of island women. Island women love me. But I do know how these island people think about you. All of them. African American. I know how they think about you. They are lazy. They are lazy. They're at the unemployment line. All day at the, yeah, they say crazy things about you. I used to go to school with a bunch of African women, beautiful African women. And, you know, they got cool with me, man. And I remember they were sitting around me and they were like, you know what they say about the African Americans, you know. And I'm like, no, I don't. What do they say? They are lazy. they are at the every time I drive past the unemployment line, they are there. I'm like, why do you keep driving past the unemployment line? Yeah. So please, I'm sorry if I don't have some compassion when I'm talking. I'm not even attacking this brother. I'm just saying, where is he from? I need to know. That's all I'm asking. Because the things you say about us when you're in private is far more darker than anything that I'm saying right now. I'm just asking the questions.
Outside of Iki Island, just to get an idea of what the next gen version of this game actually feels like. But then I also have done a few of the side things over on Iki Island, and I have completed the main campaigns. That's run me about 3 to 4 hours.
Okay. Snowbike Mike, where are you with Ghost of Tsushima? Damn it, Director's Cut.
Greg, I am 11 hours in to my playthrough. Fun enough.
Completely non-threatening. This guy. It bothers me. This bothers me because if you put an African American there with some swag, you don't even have to say anything. You put an African American in that seat right there, and everybody's going to be gravitating to the African American. You know what I mean? Everybody's going to be gravitated. It's automatically, it's something about that African American, man, where people they even did a poll. They even did some type of statistical brain analysis where they had people sitting in the movie theater. They had wires connected to their brain. And as soon as a black person, an African American, came on camera, everybody's attention went to the African American. And this was the trick. He wasn't even part of the movie. He was just some regular guy walking by. This is a fact. Listen, I'm giving you guys some spoilers to my new podcast that I will be doing. Hopefully I can do it tomorrow. Conspiratorial. Am I all high on the African American? Absolutely not. I'm a little disappointed with the African American, I'm telling you, if I could be honest. But I'm just speaking the facts. Completely non-threatening. Nothing about this guy is non-threatening. And I don't mean that threatening as in wearing some type of do-rag, wearing tattoos, wearing all red, represents some type of gang member. I don't mean like that. I mean threatening where if you were to put me in that spot right now, and I'm not trying to say I want to be in a spot. I'm just trying to give you guys an understanding. If you were to put me into that spot right there, everybody will be gravitating towards Zoe 70. But Greg Miller is wicked enough to put a non-threatening Negro so that all the attention can stay on him. You put me in that, I would take over the show if they were just to put me in that spot. I'd take over BG's show, and he's from the islands. Everybody was fascinated with me. And I didn't even do anything. I was on the show flirting with women. And people will go, I mean, like nobody forgot. That was 10 years ago and nobody forgot about it. Not even BG. There was a reason why in Black Panther, Killmonger went to Wakanda by himself.
Ghost of Tsushima.
And this girl, and this is embarrassing. We got a girl here, and she doesn't even find that brother attractive. She's like, ugh. It's embarrassing.
I'm going to nail that one as well as I continue to practice that. But this is my first time ever playing the game, so I'm happy to jump in with the director's cut. And I think that's a conversation we should have later on.
Blah, 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 blah.
Pulled me in, and
it's a stupid game that only will last for 20 minutes.
So I just blazed the trail right on through Act 1 into Iki Island, completed through the main objectives on that one, and I've been having a ton of fun. I look forward to talking about it.
But what's more important is that yesterday I asked you to come on the Gamescast. Since yesterday afternoon, you've played 11 hours of Ghost of Tsushima?
I started at 5 p.m., I believe.
Why is the Game Over Greggy cast the only people that I know that put in so many hours in these PlayStation exclusives? They're the only people I know that are putting in, yeah, man, I beat Ratchet and Clank once, and then I beat it again, and then I beat it a third time. And you're like, what? They're the only people that I know. And then meanwhile, Ratchet and Clank only lasted for like 2 days on Twitter. It lasted 30 minutes on Facebook. It didn't even make it to Clubhouse. There was a lot of chatter on Grindr, though, for some strange reason. Yeah, I played it, and I was just hooked for 11 hours. What? There's no way. There's no way. No way in hell somebody's playing Ghost of Tsushima for 11 hours. I heard people were bored instantly.
My eyeballs, so it hurt really bad. But I went through until
Tahoe's on fire.
Yeah, exactly. It's on fire right now. You never know. But I went through all the way till about 3 a.m. and I think that's a testament to this game. It really captured me because a lot of you guys know you spent.
Don't you know we already played the game?
Known for more of the online multiplayer.
We just played the game a year ago, bro. So you don't have to tell us that it was just so hypnotizing. It's because that's not true. I don't know anybody that was hypnotized by this game. The only game where I got hypnotized and I was like, oh my God, I put that many hours. I didn't even know. It was the only game I've ever, I mean, I'm pretty sure it happened before, but this was the first time I've ever seen where you can count the hours of how many times, how long you've been playing. All organic hours. I don't sit there and leave the Nintendo Switch on. I don't go walking away. And no, like my hours equate to the progress that I've completed in the game. I've known some people, man, that were literally was 90 hours within the game and they haven't completed nothing. Their characters are wearing the armor sets from when they first started the game. So yes, there are some flim flam, filth going on with those hours. But anyway, that's all for side tangent. The only time that I was like, oh my God, and then I heard somebody else say it as well. So it further, enhanced my suspicions because I was playing Zelda Breath of the Wild and I was just like, it was like easy. It was like over 60 or 70 hours. And I was like, I put 60 and 70 hours into this. It felt like nothing. You know what I mean? Looked at my hours. I was like, oh my God, I got 70 hours in this game. How the hell? Where did it go? That was the only game that was able to hypnotize me from our standpoint. There was other games that hypnotized me, Pokemon and Street Fighter, but I never had the chance to see the hours until now with the Nintendo Switch. This guy's talking about he was just so hypnotized by Ghost of Tsushima. I haven't met not one person, and I'm talking about the most diehard Sony fanboy, not one person. But when you come on to get the kind of funny Game Pass, oh my God, yeah, what?
Myself, I am further than I guess anybody. Where I've beaten the storyline 2, which is about going after the eagle. Which will we're not going to spoil things. I might bring up something very in the beginning, like literally of the first cutscene you get in that the Iki Island expansion, and then now I've just been running around Iki doing everything. There's
nothing to do in Iki. It's only 3 hours.
I mean, I would get really granular with it. Probably be like, I have 90%, 95% of the island fog of war exposed. I've been going through doing all the question marks, but there's still a corner over here that I know has at least one Mongol base for me to go into. Clear out that way. And I would say,
see, there you go. Now they're using. I hate when Sony fanboys do that. Yeah, I got my 90% of Johnny Quest done, man, and Iki and the Mongoloids, and I hate when they do that. They're the only Sony. The Sony fanboys are the only weirdos that do that type of stupid stuff. Talking to Nintendo fanboy, the Nintendo fanboy is such in a hypnotic state when he's playing his games. He don't even know. He'll be like, "Yo, man, tell me, man." He just woke up from his MK Ultra breakdown. He was the Nintendo hypnotization. He was just like, "Oh my god." You ain't gonna never hear a Nintendo fanboy go, "Yeah, man, I went through the shadows of mystery, man, and I took on the rays of Icarus, the rays of Icarus. You know those same rays that burnt Icarus's wings? I took him on." You know what I'm saying? But the Sony fanboys got to try so freaking hard to make you believe that they're playing a game. It's embarrassing.
About beating the Eagle story, that was I said 3 hours. It's kind of somewhere in there in terms of that story content. That was golden pathing.
That swinging around is so stupid.
Monday, and of course then
these gameplay elements look terrible.
It's been very fast, let alone your regular day-to-day work. And so after that, I was like, okay, cool. Now I'll knock out the bunch of the island, and I still have a bunch of question marks on it. I still have a bunch of stuff to do. It is more.
It's 3 hours,
which is good or bad. We'll talk about that in a second. Now, here's where you enter the picture, Lucy. I know you've played a bunch of 12 minutes. You're ready to talk to us about that. Have you touched Director's Cut yet?
Don't have it. But I did platinum base game. Yeah. And I played a bunch of Legends.
Why is she there?
So I am here as I'm the audience in this.
Why are you here?
I've got the questions for you. I'm going to follow up on points that you make and ask questions.
That's why I love having you here. Because obviously when we were living together, housing together, it was that thing of I remember you planning me. I remember you coming out and us trading stories for where we were and what was going on with it. And
trading spring locations.
Oh God, yeah, you know what I mean? Like so many things like that. Is this one of the ones I think I borrowed the GameSpot guide from when it was in progress? Yeah. Where I asked you, can you please send me this? I need help platinuming it.
What?
Yeah. So this is, of course, the full game of Ghost of Tsushima that came out, of course, like I said, in 2020. Now you get this Iki Island expansion, which is this big new area. Like we said, 3 hours of story there in terms of golden pathing it, but then a whole bunch of other stuff to go through. Of course, it comes with Legends. You get there's new skill tree stuff I don't want to get into too much. There's new charm stuff. There's more stuff to go through and do there. And then, of course, in September, they're launching on top of that Rivals mode for Legends Blessing. I know you're stoked for this one. New trophies.
I disagree. I didn't see anything, in my opinion, where I thought looked so amazing. I didn't even hear anything from the Sony fanboys when it pertains to the way it looks. I disagree. But I get it. Oh, he's talking about Zelda. Oh, okay. I missed. Okay. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for keeping me up to date. I was about to go off, but I had to calm myself down. Oh, it's a question mark. See, now I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure what you guys were even talking about. Let me get back to my video.
These new cosmetics. This is, of course, another way for you to go out and play with each other in Legends mode. We'll talk about that for now because that's not actually happening right now. Well, we've been playing.
I don't see how this looks so amazing.
We've been playing the single player stuff. Reading, of course, from exactly.
All I see is a bunch of quick cuts.
PS5 version of Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut means dynamic 4K resolution targeting 60 frames per second, DualSense wireless controller, haptic feedback, and
gotta sell the game.
3D audio and stereo headphones.
Gotta sell the game, Greg. Go ahead, Greg. Sell the game.
The ability to transfer your PS4 save progress over to PS5. And then, of course, the upgrade if you're playing on PS4 or just want to upgrade your PS4 copy is $20. Then if you want to go the extra mile for the PS5 bells and whistles I just talked about, $10.
Ooh,
Got all that.
$20 for the
Got it all.
PS4 version?
Lucy, as somebody who hasn't played it, what is your first question? As a big fan, now there's more content for it.
It better be about the added $10 and $20.
I mean, let's start with PS5 upgrades. I want to know about haptic feedback. If that's
Why? Why do you want to know about haptic feedback?
How it runs? Because I know there was a patch when PS5 just came out, which is kind of like more of an optimization patch to make it. Was that the 60 frames?
Yeah, it was doing 60 frames a second. It was running better. It was looking better, or whatever.
Who wants to know about haptic feedback?
It's built for the PS5. I almost tweeted, or I didn't tweet it almost. I thought about it since we're under embargo. But it is that moment of, after all the shit I talked about every example being like, yo, when you draw back your bow, you'll feel it in the triggers. And I was like so sick of hearing that. It does feel fucking awesome. This game, Blessing. Am I wrong?
I love it. I love it so much. That's of the game. One, just how good this game looks, and this game has always looked good. I think Ghost of Tsushima, we don't talk about the art direction and art style.
This is a video game. This is a video game. This is a video game. Who cares?
By how good the art direction is. We talk about the trees. We talk about the
trees.
Flora, we talk about just the amount of colors that they throw on screen, and I think that.
Well, now y'all care about colors.
Enhanced when we get to Iki Island, because Iki Island it's somewhat similar as the main island of Tsushima, but I think there are some things here and there that really separate it in terms of the actual colors and vibrancy you're getting on Iki Island that feels unique from Tsushima proper. But yeah, the DualSense stuff was also stuff that stuck out to me, because things as simple as getting on a horse and the gallops, and like when each of your horse's feet hit the ground, or hooves hit the ground, you feel that.
I can't, guys. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The things I see people hyping up nowadays would have been considered gimmicks on the Xbox or the Nintendo's or the Nintendo platform. I can't with these guys. It's too fanboy ridden. It's too much of a joke. This is a game that came out less than a year ago, and they're scamming us because I can feel the horse trampling his way along a 3-hour campaign. No, you just got to feel it to experience. Look, listen, I've been playing for 30 freaking years, man. Not going to be impressed by no goddamn vibrations of my horse or petting my cat. That's stupid. I'm tired of these guys really trying to hype this up, man. We weren't looking for this when it pertains to next generation. We didn't even know the PlayStation 5 could do this until the damn console came out. This really goes to show that PlayStation, and I can't even believe that these review sites even wasted their time reviewing this game. It really goes to show that they're really trying to fluff up the PlayStation because it has nothing. This is all this is. This is nothing more than a circle jerk of trying to make the PlayStation 5 seem credible when it's not. It's not. They don't have any games. We are going into the winter, and there's not one game to be bought exclusive for the PlayStation 5. And the multiplats will be running better on the Xbox Series X. Battlefield can't even run on the damn PlayStation 5 due to technical issues. That was the one thing that really pissed him off. I said, they really sat around and reviewed this garbage? A game that came out a year ago? I've never seen this before. I've never seen this in gaming ever. We're being played. We're being played when it pertains to PlayStation. We are being played. We're being played. Luckily, Game Over Greggy and the Game Over Greg's kind of funny cast, they said the same thing about Ratchet and Clank. That flopped. They said it about all the other Sony exclusives. They flopped. So luckily, at the end of the day, this is going to flop. Luckily. But still. One sale of this garbage game is a scam. Just one sale is a problem. Luckily, look, the real facts are here. The real fact, if you go to my chat room, here's the facts. We did a poll. Look at this poll. God, look at this poll, guys. How do I get access to the poll? Look. Are you buying Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut? I got more votes. I got more votes on the Director's Cut than I do thumbs up. More people hit the vote than they did. Hold up. We got a donation. Soup Kitchen. We got more thumbs up more people voting. We got 105 votes for the Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. And we are literally sitting at 86% of the people said no. Now that's the real thing. That's real. Luckily, a lot of people know that this is a scam. Soup Kitchen, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, Soup Kitchen. I'm out of the loop, but Little Big Planet made me get my PS3. Oh my god! You know, I'm not mad at I'm not mad at you because I'm pretty sure I remember with Little Big Planet, they kind of was selling Little Big Planet like it was. I remember they were hyping it up back then. Then I remember I bought it, and I would say it was hands down one of the worst platformers I've ever played in my entire life. They were trying to sell you on that you can create your own levels and things of that such. You're going to be able to get access to over hundreds and not millions of different levels. I don't think anybody utilized any of those features. I don't think anybody created a level. I don't think anybody those levels were made by Sony employees. Those weren't fans that made levels. I don't know anybody that made levels, but the thing was, even if you could play those levels, the gameplay mechanics were so bad when it pertains to Little Big Planet. It was so floaty. The Mario and the Mario creators have a deep understanding of math, and they understand the distance from jumping from one spot and how fast you should get there, how quick you should be moving, how slow the character should be moving. So when you play games like Mario, they have a perfect understanding of how to create a platformer. Sony doesn't. And thus the reason why Little Big Planet continues to fail is because they still do not have an understanding of math and how to create a platformer. Yeah. But I'm about to take off, guys. I have some gaming I got to do. But I'll see you guys Saturday for the Extendo podcast, 7 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for the donators as usual. Thank you for the guys that participated in the poll. And I will see you guys on Saturday. Saturday, it's going down. Saturn's Day. I might see you tomorrow. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. It is real humid. I've been in the gym every day, clanging and banging. I'm tired. But we might see each other tomorrow. I'm scared to do this conspiratorial podcast. I don't know if I should create another YouTube page. I'm scared. I'm not scared. I mean, the only person I'm scared of is the Most High, but I don't want to lose my channel because I got some heat, man. I got some stuff, man, it's going to get us all in trouble. The algae rhythm is going to come after us. Quake is on Switch. Zilby, maybe a new channel would be a good idea if you talk about they might shut you down for real. That's the only thing I will not talk about is those type of things. Because they're putting people on the FBI. They're calling you a terrorist. Like those are the things I won't play with. But I will be talking about things. Like I say, this is America. If you want to do what you want to do, if you want to be trans, gay, I'm not that. But if that's what you want to do in America, this is supposed to be America. You're free to do whatever it is that you want to do, as long as you're not harming anyone in the process. So when it comes to that, putting people on the FBI most wanted list, putting people on the terrorist list, that's a dirty game that I do not want to play. So if they want to have that, go ahead, have it. You can have that. But I have so much things that I want to talk about when it pertains to conspiratorial. My first episode is going to be on quote unquote aliens. We're gonna dive deep. We're gonna be figuring out who are the aliens. Who are these aliens that they're talking about? And I feel like in the conspiratorial podcast, we are officially going to get down to who are the aliens. I have proof. Back in the day, I was just running my mouth, and it was okay. When I was talking about Sony, when I was talking about conspiratorial stuff, it was okay to just run my mouth, and everybody can just put it lumping up into the category of trolling. But now that I got this StreamYard thing, and I'm able to put all the factual evidence in front of people's faces, everybody's telling me to stop. Do something else. Because before it was just babble, you got no proof, you're trolling. But now, bow, I'm just throwing it right there. Bow, bow, gunshot. So now I'm about to do it with the conspiratorial. I'm going to be taking the stuff that I've been saying. And listen, I'm not, the conspiratorial podcast is not a pro-truth thing. This is all lies. It's comedy. It's satire. We're going to have a good laugh. When it comes to Sony and gaming, everything, okay, that's pro-truth. But when it comes to the conspiratorial, this is fake, this is lies. It's all bull crap. I'm coming out in the forefront and saying it right now. But this first the aliens episode, I'm doing aliens first because the aliens were the first ones to get me into that conspiratorial mind. Ever since my father told me his experience with aliens, I've been hooked. The rabbit hole just got deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. So we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. Aliens, Bigfoot, not even just the aspect of just supernatural things, even though it's going to be a lot of supernatural stuff. Now, see, like I have to do a side page because YouTube doesn't like you saying that the earth is not round. They don't like you. YouTube doesn't like you saying that the earth is hollow. But we're going to be getting into these things. We're going to be getting into it, and I'm going to be showing you the proof. We're going to be getting into, are we living in a simulation? I'm going to have the proof. I mean, excuse me, I'm not going to have the proof. I'm going to have the lies. Invite Sly on as a guest? Yeah, man. Because on my first episode, I'm talking about Transformers. I'm talking about Transformers. I'm talking about listen, we're already jumping into the podcast. Listen, we're going to talk about this again, but listen, for those of you who are here, what does Transformers, Dragon Ball Z, Superman, there was another one. Oh, let me go to my notes. America. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But listen, what do they all have in common, guys? What time of day? I think it's going to be like, in the evenings. Thank you, Soup Kitchen, for the donation. Yeah, the Chupacabra. We won't get into all that stuff, man. It's all comedy. It's all jokes. It's not real. But I want to, the conspiracy game is this is a bad time to do a conspiracy stuff. But I got to get this stuff off my chest, man. Because I went back to go find some videos for the conspiratorial podcast, and mad stuff is missing, YouTube used to be a treasure trove of just weird and wacky videos, man. That's all I used to do back in the day, was just watch crazy videos. You can't find none of that stuff no more, yo. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna have to probably create a side channel, man. I'm gonna have to create a side channel. I'm gonna let you guys know. And we don't need many people. We don't need hundreds and thousands of people. We could just be 10 of us in there. But I feel like, the Most High told me, man, put that work out there, and I guaranteed you, when it comes to the material possessions and when it comes to things that are important, those things will come. I'm doing his work. This isn't for me. If it was really about me, I would talk about women, toys, video games, and that's it. And by toys, I mean action figures. They got a new Gargura action figure coming out. HoloLive. I want it. Now you have to use Bing search. Okay, thank you. Thank you for saying that. They're censoring the conspiratorial channels left and right. YouTube. Is it 10 o'clock already? Left and right. YouTube is clamping down hard. Yeah, man. I know. Zobi should check out Bill Cooper's. Zobi should check out Bill Cooper's Mystery Babylon radio show. Whoa, from the 90s. Very good. I gotta check that out. Hidden in plain sight. Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff, man. It's the Men in Black out here, bro. It's Men in Black. You guys think you're having conversations with human beings, and those are aliens. Those are those ain't even real humans. Robots. Cyborgians. Y'all be thinking y'all watching these little programs like the Dragon Ball Z's, Transformers, Superman. Yeah, I think that's fiction. You thought they just made it up? Yeah, we just made it up, man. I don't know. It just came to me, man, in a dream. Yeah, that's what you think. Nobody told me what Superman, Transformers, and Dragon Ball Z all have in common. Nobody told me yet. Y'all not ready for this channel, man. Y'all not ready. Nobody's ready for this channel. Nope. No. You guys ain't ready. I'm not even going to create a new channel because you guys ain't ready. I need to talk about, hey, did you guys see Vegeta lost? Oh, man, that's terrible, man. Oh, I hate Dragon Ball Super. Man. I got to be talking stuff like that, right? They're black? Not necessarily. Come on, think again. Here comes. We're living in the Men in Black. I remember in the Men in Black broke it down. Men in Black broke it down. They broke it down in Men in Black 1 and 2 and 3. They were doing time travel in Men in Black 3. It was a mediocre movie, but they were dealing with time travel. We're going to do a time travel episode, Back to the Future, how Back to the Future was able to predict Donald Trump being president. And these people are 10, 20, 30 years advanced. Then you can obviously listen. I'm in the conspiratorial podcast right now. I got things I want to talk about, like I got a topic I want to talk about that I saw pertaining to what happened over there in Afghanistan. And the most important thing that this will be an episode because I have to talk about this. It's going to be there's one thing that came out last year. They kept saying protect black women. Protect black women. They're all aliens. They're all from space. You guys, I don't think you guys are ready for this. You guys ain't ready, man. You guys are going for easy targets. They're black. That's easy. That's some low level stuff, man. Bro, on the Conspiratorial podcast, I'm going to be talking about that planet that they came from were all dying planets. Cybertron, Planet Vegeta, Krypton. On the Conspiratorial podcast, I'm going to show you where they got that planet from. Solo Mitch, come back to Discord, please. I can't. Solo, I'm locked in right now, man. And I only place I go to is Twitter, and I will go on YouTube to look up. That's all I do is all week. All week is just working on finding articles for the podcast, finding videos, more proof, more information. And I know that people are getting more upset that I'm doing that because I'm exposing the lies. But I'm really focused right now. I will be back to Discord when it pertains to playing anime games and stuff like that. But I can't just be hanging around talking with people. Not that you guys are just regular people. You guys are my homies, and I got love for y'all and all of that. But I can't be on Discord, brother. All those characters are aliens, not from Earth. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. They come from dying planets, and I'm going to show you the planet where they came from. And guess what? Everything you said was right. They're black. They're aliens. Whatever. But bro, that's the planet that you came from. I'm going to watch. You guys are going to be bugging out. You guys are going to be bugging out, bro. When you see this. I got so much information, so much footage, man. Who are the real aliens? Huh? Who are they? What do the aliens look like? Are they the ones that those bug-eyed creatures that people were talking about in reports? We're going to talk about the bug-eyed aliens with the big black eyes and the big skulls. Where that comes from? We're going to be breaking it down. These are the conversations me and my father be having, man. We get really deep. They live. We're going to be talking about it all, bro. Invite you on episode 1. All right, cool. If you're in, I'm going to send you the invite, bro. This ain't play. If I say let's go, let's go. Ooh, okay, all right. Ooh, okay. It's not us for to know. It's not for us to know. You're probably right. You're probably right. We're probably tampering something that's forbidden. But you know me, man. I like to cross that line. You ever see the Bugs Bunny cartoons? I dare you to cross that line. And if somebody saying crosses the line, that's me. I'm Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam. I'm a professional line crosser. But yeah, the Afghanistan thing I saw, I want to have an episode for this. It's about the whole protect black women. I'm going to talk about this and then we'll get out of here. I'm so inspired to do this conspiratorial show, man. It's all going to be jokes, comedy. It's not going to be real. It's all fake. But still, YouTube is not playing that game. And But there was a thing about Afghanistan, and they would talk about protect black women, protect black women, protect black women. That was going on, while Biden was running to be president, right? Joe Biden's great. He's awesome. He's stupendous. But then I saw that with that whole debacle that went on down there in Afghanistan, and all the women were coming out and saying, all the Afghanan women were coming out and saying that we need protection. Even America said that, hey, leave those Afghanian women alone. And, I don't want to go into any spoilers, but I got to talk about this. I got to make a dedicated video for this. Is that, the black man is the biggest simp. He's the biggest simp I've ever seen in my entire life. He's a major simp. Because now that America's not there to protect the Afghanan women that they put in place and that new government that they built, but now they left. Now they left those Afghanan women that they put in place over there. Now they're crying and complaining about protection. Why? Because that man is about to whoop ass. These are things the black woman has never had to experience. Never had to experience. The black woman has never had to experience. And yet the black woman is the only person that comes out and says, N-words ain't ish. No other race does this. Even though these other races will kill the woman. I thought that was very interesting. I got notes on that and I want to show you guys, but it's the conspiratorial gets deeper than just aliens. I believe demons are real. Ooh, we're going to get it. We're going to get into it, guys. Some people say aliens were created as a way to take people from the religion and turn them in the science of cult technology. Yeah, man. I used to believe that there were aliens. But now I'm starting to believe that there aren't. We'll get into it in the Conspiratorial podcast. The movie that really hit me up to game about who these aliens really are is Black Panther. Oh, that was a simping movie, wasn't it? And then you see the new Black Panther. They got rid of Chadwick Boseman. Ooh, did I say that? They got rid of Chadwick Boseman, right? And now that first Black Panther movie was a disgrace because it was simping galore. It was just the biggest simp movie. I loved it. I loved Killmonger. That was the only reason. If Killmonger wasn't in the movie, I would have hated that movie because that was a simp movie. We had the women were more of a hero than Black Panther. But bro, this new Wakanda movie, I'm not gonna go see it. It's called Wakanda Forever. I'm not gonna see that garbage. I will not step foot in a theater. I won't even watch it on Disney Plus. They're gonna be adding the Black Iron Man woman. Remember they made Iron Man into a woman, a black woman. She's gonna be in it. I'm not watching that garbage. Nope. I will not put those type of images in my head. I got nothing against the black woman, but whenever the liberal Caucasian puts the battery in the back of the black woman, I don't like it. I don't support it. It's just like those Afghan women. When I saw that those Afghan women were speaking perfect English, talking about they needed protection, I said, "Oh, I see what this is." When the guns were around, when the military was around, oh, they were tough. As soon as they leave, all of a sudden, order is back. And now they want to tell us we live thousands of miles away from Afghanistan, and they want to tell us that the Afghan women need protection. ain't my problem. I got my own problems in my own community. I can't even instruct my black woman to offer me to get me something out of the damn refrigerator without her having a problem with it. Has it ever happened to me? No, but I'm just putting out an example. I told a black woman to give me something in the refrigerator, and if she did that to me, I'd be like, oh, okay, goodbye. I gotta go. Look at this. Listen, guys. I didn't got an off target, man. You know what? Forget it. I was gonna show you the proof, but we'll wait until the conspiratorial podcast. Maybe I'll find a way to slip it in with the aliens. Nope, we won't. We'll just go do full aliens. And my goal is to have you guys leaving that podcast shook it up, scared. What you think is not. What you think is not. This little world that we're living in is deeper than what it is. Spooks me out sometimes. Downfall society. Zobi, you did a good rant about how liberal whites are using black women as pawns not that long ago. You made some good points. I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. It was just jokes. It's not true. And we'll be doing more topics like that on the conspiratorial podcast. I got nothing against the black woman. I really don't. I think she's cool, yo. I think she's great. But I know. Watch Total Recall. And watch when Arnold Schwarzenegger's character started to wake up. And watch what the woman was going to do to him. You ever seen Total Recall? See, this is the reason why my channel is going to go, because I want to play clips from Total Recall. I don't care about the monetize. If you're going to monetize it, I don't care about that. But I want to make sure that I can show my clips, man. I want to show my clips. I want to show the clips. Black women are great, for real. Black women are great when they're in their right mind. They're outstanding. But, you know, I like to deal with what I believe is the truth. You know what I mean? There was truth in that jest. I live in the hood and people die a lot here, yet I never heard or felt a ghost, unlike Mexico, where it's scary over there. Yeah. There's a lot of I used to live close to Mexico as well. And I'm getting chills right now because I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I'm getting chills right now. But there is a lot of spiritual activity over there in Mexico. You do know that they over there at those pyramids in Mexico, those Mayan pyramids, they did a lot of sacrificing over there. They killed like millions of people in like one day, all because they were giving their spirits up to what they believe was some type of god. They would play a game where they would play a sport, and then after they played the sport, the winning team got sacrificed to the gods. There's a lot of stuff going on over there in that Mexico to that California, Arizona, here in New Jersey as well. There's something going on in New Jersey as well. We have this spirit called the New Jersey Devil. And from time to time, people would see that creature. I knew some people who seen it. Oh, man, this conspiratorial podcast. I'm telling you, this conspiratorial podcast is right on time, guys. Right on time. I'm going to send out the links. I'm going to create a whole new channel, though. Mexico and Japan are hotspots for spiritual activity. Search La Lorena, it's all over Mexico. It's scary. Yeah, man. There's some real stuff going on out in Mexico, man. I was out there. I used to go to Mexico every Saturday night. We used to go to the club. It was like Friday or Saturday, and the energy was different. The energy was different. It was weird. I from time to time, if I'm in certain places, I would feel that energy. I'm getting chills right now because I remember I went to military school, and over there by we were not too far from Washington, and we were in some abandoned. They put us in some type of abandoned military camp, and it was a weird energy over there too. And this was like, I was going to that military school literally the year of 9/11. We're going to be 20 years in a couple of weeks of 9/11. I don't want to talk about that because they're going to put people on the FBI list. But yeah, it was weird over there. I remember I was talking to my father, and I was just thinking that in my head. I'm gonna talk to my father, and he was like, "Yeah, driving up there, it was a weird energy, man." And I was like, "Yo, Dad, I say the same thing, man." That military camp, that could have turned. I'm glad I got the hell up out of that military school, because that could have turned into the things that I see now that we can't talk. That it's the real stuff we can't talk about on the conspiratorial podcast. The things I'm seeing now, and it's being proven true, man. Something could have happened to us, and nobody would have found out, because we were literally in the middle of nowhere in some abandoned military operation. But I was so bad. I was the baddest I've ever been in my entire life. I was always considered myself a good kid, but I was being so bad. I was being so rebellious. I didn't want to be there. I felt like I was in prison. Lingering spirits. Yeah, man. This was outside of Washington. I forgot what it was called, but it was like a famous spot. It was an area where they would say that George Bush used to come, and the presidents would come for, to relax and things of that such. We got a lot to talk about, guys, when it comes to conspiratorial. And this is just episode 1 for the aliens. We're going to get really deep into the aliens. We're going to get into ghosts, not on this episode, but we're going to talk about ghosts as well. Gnomes. I got a footage of a real life gnome walking somewhere in Mexico, I believe. What else are we going to talk about? E.T. Is E.T. really an extraterrestrial, or was he listen, we're going to get into it, guys. Yoda. Where did they get that Yoda image from? Aleister Crowley. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm going to another zone right now. Witches who can transform into animals. Yeah, man. Transform into animals and come up on you, and you'd be like, "Oh my God, look at this deer. It's so friendly." That's a witch. So transforming. Kind of funny is cornier than Saturday Night Live skits. Yeah. Yeah, that Greg Miller's so freaking corny. He's trying to reenact Jim Carrey, and he's just not that person. You know what I mean? He's in my opinion. There used to be nuns with candles floating around my room when I was a kid, and Oscar the Grouch was behind the stairs. Yeah. Where do you think they get these little images from, man? These little characters are not just made up, man. These people, we're going to talk about it in an alien episode. These people, man. All right, keep thinking it's a game. Keep thinking it's a game, guys. I gotta go. Thank you guys so much. I gotta edit. I gotta delete this video now because we done went conspiratorial. I gotta delete it.